Oh, Meghan Markle, the undisputed queen of self-invites, the patron saint of "they totally begged me to come," has struck again. This time she made her grand appearance at Paris Fashion Week, slipping effortlessly into her signature role. Of course I was invited, guys. Spoiler alert, she wasn't. The Balenciaga designer, whom Meghan's camp tried to portray as her close friend, ended up tossing her under the fashion bus faster than a stylist ditching last season's heels. In a recent interview, he gently exposed the truth. Meghan wasn't exactly on the guest list. No fancy invitation. No designer pleading. Nope, she reached out herself. That's right. Meghan slid into his DMs like a hopeful influencer begging for a free brunch, according to Pierpaolo Piccioli. Meghan and I met some years ago, and we've stayed in touch. She reached out and said she'd love to attend the show. There was no strategy or big orchestration. Translation? She invited herself. This wasn't some royal fashion triumph. There was no hefty appearance fee. Balenciaga didn't whisk her in on a private jet. She bought her own ticket, called it a surprise, and wound up in the cheap seats, while real A-listers glided past her like she was part of the decor. She wanted a Met Gala moment, but what she got was the Fashion Week equivalent of showing up to her ex's birthday uninvited. The designer didn't even announce her attendance, not because it was some secret guest reveal, but because nobody actually cared. And that PR spin, her team tried to make it sound like Balenciaga had personally begged for her presence, but the designer quietly put that fantasy to rest with a simple, "No, she texted me. That's not an invite. That's a long shot." Balenciaga's response was as subtle as a flashing neon sign. They basically confirmed she invited herself, but decided to play along to keep the peace. It's the social equivalent of letting an uninvited guest sit quietly in the back row at your wedding. And the best part? Meghan has a history of these surprises. She loves to pop up unannounced, except her version of a surprise usually leaves everyone whispering, "Who told her about this?" She's been messaging designers from Paris to Milan, hoping one might cave and say, "Sure, why not?" Balenciaga did, and probably wishes they hadn't. This is classic Meghan. PR first, reality a distant second. Her team spins the story, exclusive invite, VIP treatment, custom couture, while the truth is far less glamorous. She texted a guy she'd met years ago, asked for a seat, and scored a last-minute spot. And you can almost hear the designer trying to distance himself the mid-interview. No strategy, no orchestration. Translation? I didn't sign up for this drama. Let's not pretend she's suddenly Balenciaga's new muse. This wasn't some meticulously planned fashion statement. It was Meghan showing up like, "Surprise," while the front row collectively shrugged. So in the end, Meghan Markle, fashion icon in her own mind, crashed yet another event. The designer told the truth. The PR illusion fell apart, and Paris Fashion Week stayed gloriously unbothered.